You worked as a social worker, and a little girl told you her parents wanted to send her to hell. How would you respond? Here on Cinema Explained, we break down why you wouldn't survive Case 39 and how to escape certain situations. We later meet our protagonist, a social worker named Emily, who was bombarded with cases, but when given case number 39, she suddenly has a change of heart. She takes the case, but later finds out this will change her life forever.
I'm here because we received a call.
Emily later gets a call that a little girl is not showing up to school and is showing signs of neglectment. So she goes up to the house and later finds out that something deeper, something darker is going on than what is really shown.
Eddie says we don't have family problems.
Well, many families won't realize that they're having problems until it's too late. And that's where we come in. We help families communicate and learn healthier ways of resolving conflict.
I'm glad Emily was able to pick up on their social behavior, the way they act, their body language. All of that takes part as a social worker. You're supposed to gather information, social and environment, but I think she handled this well. Let's get into the next scene. Emily later gets a call from Lilith. Lilith suspecting her parents of wanting to burn her alive. The person only has 10 minutes. According to most people, suffer from hypothermia. After 10 minutes of extreme heat and humidity, the person dies from extreme burns. So the best way to handle the situation, in my opinion, is to call the police a little bit of time ahead, because she was seen with her phone. Once you've called the police, you enter the thing with your friend, and then once you're in there, you handle the situation. If you've suspected them of doing that, calling the police and reporting the evidence is the best way, I believe.
Scared of something, and working through our fears, conquering them, is how we get better.
We meet our second character, Doug, and he's having this conversation. First off, can I say I wanted to choke this little girl the whole time. The sassiness was not here for me. But through this conversation, we talk about the both different fears that they both fear, such as Doug fears hornets. He said that when he was a younger child, he had stuck his hand into a beehive, and he's been scared of climbing trees ever since. And then Lilith had to turn the conversation a little bit weird when Lilith says she has bad thoughts about different people. Honestly guys, there's been a change in her mood ever since her parents have been locked away. But you know what I say, let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die. I'm kidding guys, I'm just kidding. I think the best course of action is to write down what she's saying. She might be emotionally distraught. Usually emotionally distraught people say things they do not mean to say because of what they've experienced. But you guys have to see it in order to believe me, so.
I have bad thoughts.
About what?
People.
People in general, or certain people?
Certain people.
Like who?
You.
You have bad thoughts about me?
After Emily takes Lilith as her own, things end up turning the way she didn't think it would turn. Emily ends up getting a new file. It's about Diego. Diego has killed both of his parents. He grabbed the iron wrench from outside, locked all the doors, and then killed both of his parents at nighttime. When asked Diego, were you remorseful? He seemed very remorseful of his decisions, as if he didn't mean to do it. So I wonder what's happening here. I'm going to give it from the parent's perspective on what I believe what I should have done. So based on his behaviors that you've seen from the beginning, I would have had a long conversation with Diego with probably the belt in hand. But having a long conversation with him, asking him what is wrong, because something is definitely going on here. Run out the bathroom as fast as you can. The Hornets they're going to chase you down if they believe that you are seen as a threat. So the best way to do this is to run out the bathroom, shut the door, burn the whole house down. It's that simple. But like you guys see the scene, see how you would do it, how you would survive it. In my opinion, I believe Lilith had something to do with Doug's death. Because Doug was complaining about how he was scared of hornets.
Kid, I was climbing a tree and I accidentally put my hand through a giant hornet's nest. And they didn't like it. I was stung over 100 times. They had to rush me to the hospital. Been afraid of hornets ever since.
And then later died for one. When Emily's talking to her parents, she finds out that Lilith is not just a normal girl. Then on the elevator scene, Emily notices something different about Lilith. When Lilith asks if she could go home, Emily responded with no, but Lilith's response was something completely different.
Why, Emily? 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 Can I go back to group next week?
You're never going back there.
Are you sure?
In this summary, I believe you will not be able to survive because of the circumstances that happened and how it happened so fast. Majority of us wouldn't be able to decipher something and wrap our minds around the fact that this is a demon child that we have just saved. If you think you could survive, case number 39, tell me why you think you could survive it in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this is from Cinema Explained. Have a good day.